And we live. What's good, Rambo?
Nothing much, man. Let me get this thing liked and shared and all that
Good,
good stuff.
Rambo. I'll put up the. Oh shit, is my mic?
Nothing much, man. Let me get this thing liked and shared and all that good stuff.
Rambo. Shit, I think my mic's doing that thing again. Motherfucker. Oh, no, that's not what I want. Chat.
Is the chat talking yet?
Yep, Chris is there.
Ah. God, it's fucking hot out here. What's up, Chris?
Oh.
Well, I was fired from the Loot Gaming.
Yeah, I saw your Facebook post on that. What the fuck happened?
Sierra Air.
Oh, Jesus. The fuck did he do? Just, like, organize a bunch of people to complain or something?
No, one guy tweeted out that, what's it called, that he had been doxxed, and it was a guy I knew was, what's his name? NoobTube Gaming.
Uh-huh.
Tweeted out that Sierra had been doxxed, and since I know NoobTube, I was joking around with him, but apparently, context inside of a tweet is lost to people. And so I said, if you still have it, DM me, joking around. And he took that tweet, made a video, started contacting the Loot Gaming site owner, and then they eventually, I guess, after a day's worth of stuff, it told me that we had to part ways.
Wow. That's some bullshit.
So they gave in to trolls.
Man, it's bad enough we got fucking Anita Sarkeesian and all her fucking acolytes going around complaining to everybody and getting people fired and shit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
The good thing is, though, is that I just said fuck it and spent like $300 and got my own site.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and I've been writing reviews and articles on my own, doing that, and I spent today, Tuesday, just like emailing a bunch of developers for codes, and so far I've gotten like 6 or 8 games to review. So
nice.
I mean, it's working. Yeah, it's working out. But now that I'm my own, he can't do shit about it.
Right.
He can email me and try to harass me all he wants. I'm like, fuck you.
And interesting, Chris, that you bring up, do people still talk about her? There's a couple things on that. One was she was invited to Gen Con to be a panelist, and there's been a whole bunch of hubbub about that. And the other thing that happened, which is just hilarious, is Sargon made a video. He said, for old time's sakes, where he went through like one of her newer ones. And it was hilarious because there was lots of people in the comments saying like, this looks just like a pity fuck. And it really did too. It really fucking did. And yeah, it was just hilarious. But yeah, she's definitely trying to stay relevant. Oh, and then she's gonna start she's asking for more Patreon money so she can start a Discord.
Right, it's free.
I know.
And Chris, no, I didn't quit. I was fired. I got told I can't write anymore for them.
But yeah, she did disappear for a while. Oh, that's not quite true. She's been doing the Femme Frequency podcast with her 2 co-hosts. But yeah, like And that was one of the things Sargon went through. Like the last 6 videos she made, they had like 2,000 views or less each. Which is, I mean, she at least used to get like 50, 60,000. So.
Well, Chris, what it was that NoobTube gamer tweeted out that Sierra Air had been doxxed. That guy that troll that keeps coming into our live stream. And I responded to NoobTube since I know him. Like, if you still have it, DM me, joking around with him. And Sierra Air took that as me trying to get his docs. So he made a video on it like he always does, and then kept on harassing the site owner to the point of the site owner just got tired of it, and in order to shut this guy up, he just let me go. But because Sarah Air was like threatening to go to CNN and all these things, but nobody's gonna give a shit about me tweeting, "Hey, DM me if you still got it." And
like they would care about a tiny little gaming website, anyways.
Yeah. And so what happened was that he just kept on and kept on and kept on. Really almost not just my Loot Gaming, but literally every time somebody replied to me, he replied back to that person with that video, talking about how scummy of a person I was. But what was funny is that almost everybody that he did that to told him to fuck off, like that I wasn't doing anything wrong.
Rambo didn't do nothing.
Which still, even if I get emailed the docs, it's not against the law to own that, to have that information.
Technically, I don't even think it's against the law to dox somebody, unless you got the information through illegal means.
Yeah. And so that's how that all went down. But I'm kind of glad now that I got my own site, because now I don't have to worry about anybody. Like one of the guys that write for me, I guess he lives in Sweden, and he has to go by a fake name on Twitter, so that way the Sweden government can't figure out who he is and arrest him. And so he asked me, said, "Is that going to be a problem?" Because I speak out on that quite often. I was like, "Hell no!" Like I could give a shit less what y'all tweet, man. I created a site because I wanted to not have to live under that kind of worry to where I could tweet whatever I wanted to, not have to worry about my writing. And I feel like my guy should be able to do that exact same thing.
Right? God, these fucking companies, man, they just don't think at all. One. Oh God, where to start with that? One, once you capitulate to the, it's not like he's exactly a mob, but it's, he basically is.
Once you do that,
once you do that, it never stops.
Nope.
Yeah. Two, once it's never going to stop. So eventually something else is going to happen to where you're just going to want to capitulate again, and then it's going to, again and again and again, and eventually you either won't have writers, or you won't have readers, or you won't have a business.
Yep.
And three, do these? I get it that you're insulated as the company owner a little bit, but what do you think's going to happen to you if a big enough mob starts coming for you?
Pretty much, yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah, Shadow. I had him blocked a long time ago because I just got tired of the dude. First of all, I never talked to him. He would just randomly pop up in my fucking replies and talking all kind of stupid shit. So I just said, "Fuck it, man. It's better off being blocked than having to deal with this motherfucker." He's the only person I have blocked on Twitter too.
Fucking dumb.
But man, I spent like not three, but I spent on Tuesday. I spent quite a bit of time like emailing developers and I've gotten put on some press lists like to where whenever a game is released, they'll just send me a code. And so I mean I've made some uh, good relationships, I guess, with some of the these developers so far. So hopefully I
Yeah,
can keep that up and get to a point where I can actually get with some of these bigger name companies
sure.
and review for them.
Oh, the shit with Elon Musk is just getting hilarious.
I haven't seen any more on.
There's
Like it's quieted down on Twitter about it.
it on Twitter, yeah, but like I don't think it was the next day, but like 2 or maybe 3 days afterward, there was like 6 hit pieces that all of a sudden appeared on like the Times and CNN and Post and shit like, oh dude, yeah. Yeah, and now like there was the one I got up, it's I gotta get back to my screen real quick. Can't remember the name of the site. Uh, RT, but
Rested today.
I don't know.
I think that's what RT
I
stands
think
for.
so, but I'm not sure because the link it's the archive, not the actual site, and it just has RT and the URL, which doesn't have the whole
Ah,
name. But yeah, like some shareholders are saying that he needs to be fired as the Tesla chief,
yeah,
and
okay.
oh god, it's like Jesus fucking Christ, you people! I swear to, uh,
They fed right into what he was trying to do.
yep, they did exactly what he was said they were gonna do right after he said it.
Yep.
Like no subtlety, these people at all, at fucking all. Yeah,
I like
it's
what Steam did though.
yes, that was. I mean, it's at least something.
It's pissed off a ton of fucking like SJW
Yes,
journalists.
I saw the Kotaku and Polygon articles.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh, I mean, it was a little vague because they don't exactly clarify what, because they said what are the exceptions were illegal material and obvious trolling, which I would assume would be things like the that school shooter or whatever the fuck game.
Yeah,
But at least they said they were committed to not censoring any type of adult content. Now, whether that means you can actually, like, you don't have to do like nudity patches for some of the anime games or whatever, who the fuck knows? But at least that's not. At least they're out saying they're not going to start censoring games or some shit like that. +1 for the good guys, I guess.
yeah. It was whenever he pissed off Patrick Klepek, I was like, thank God. Yes.
Man, the headlines were just fucking great too. What was the one? I think it was Kotaku. Steam sides with, or no, what was it? Fuck. It said something like Steam commits to allowing hate or some shit like that. It was just ridiculous. Like I love it. Not being okay with censorship is now the same as supporting, whatever insert racist, sexist, XYZ hate group here. Yeah.
Ooh.
Do you know what time Shane's woman is off?
No.
Yeah, of course not. He'll probably hop on just before we end. Ugh. Anything new you've played recently?
Just the game I'm reviewing, called shit Horizon. I every time I do this, Horizon Chase Turbo. It's like the old school driving game where it's almost kind of like pole position or those other games like Rad Racer, stuff like that.
Mm.
It's a lot of fun. I just got to get through the worlds before I finish up my review. But I mean, for a while there, I was like honed in on like trying to get first and everything and make 100% on each world. And I was like, shit, I'll never be able to do this and the review because by the time I'm done with this, it'll take me a few days. And instead of doing that, I'm just trying to now get through the world so that way worlds or whatever, so that way I can get the review up and then I'll go back to it. But it's a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, Shadowkin, that's the thing. I get that there's a shitload of shitty games on Steam. What's up, Spark?
Doing good, Spark.
Cause yeah, if you go to if you just search by a tag or something, yeah, you'll get a ton, and you don't sort it by ratings or whatever, you'll get a ton of stuff that's just garbage. But I don't ever see that on any of the standard feeds, and they're even saying in the new blog post, whatever they put out, they're saying they're gonna start putting out a couple new features for not just curation, but also user curation, I guess you could call it, or whatever, to where you can completely hide an entire genre if you want, or tags or stuff. I mean, total control about what you want to see on your feed. So that should also help with stuff like that.
What's funny is these other SJW storefronts are talking bad about Steam, saying keep that hateful crap off you know I guess itch.io. I'm like going, I don't think you're gonna have much of a problem with people choosing you over Steam.
Right? Yeah,
Wow.
Top
And
Chat
now,
does
of
suck.
course, Patrick Klepek writes a review for Agony, and he said, "Agony, a game about dehumanizing women. It's
Yep.
just isn't just bad; it's toxic." Like, dear Lord, man.
Yeah, they just can't help themselves. It's not like it's about demons and hell and literally everyone and everything in it is demonic and hellish and you fucked up and all that kind of stuff. But no, no, no. It's specifically about women. And I guess Hi-Rez Studios is going to put out their take on Battle Royale. It's now available on Steam at early access. I guess it was supposed to be a part of Paladins, but they're spinning it off and making their own game about it. So add one more to the list of, I don't know if you'd exactly call them PUBG or Fortnite copycats, but close enough. I don't know. I didn't get into Paladin, so I'm probably not going to pick this up. You're right, Shadowkin. Hell should have equal rights.
Ooh.
Oh, did you see the new Asus phone?
Uh-uh.
Oh man, it's their new ROG gaming phone. It's got vapor cooling, 90 hertz screen, whole bunch of other bullshit. External said something about like an external cooling adapter. I guess you can like, snap on something with a fan or something. I guess to
That's weird.
compete with the Razer's phone. Get a classic gamepad set up with it.
And they really hated Detroit Become Human.
Yeah, I saw those too.
What's funny though is that the the way your character behaves and the stuff that happens to your character is entirely based on your choices and your actions that you make in the game. So these SJW writers saying that they witnessed this about their Kara is saying more. It's really talking more about the person that's writing the article and how they women about the game because the game is the guy's choices. So the guy has an whatever that what a bias towards women, and he wants them in. Seems like he wants them in those little safe spaces and being protected because that's what I didn't get that same Kara. Like my Kara was a badass, and so him getting that makes me think that he made choices that put that woman in that danger. So it's saying more about him than it is about the the game itself. I guess what he didn't like is the fact that David Cage let him expose his own bias.
You would think. Especially in a game where, yeah, choosing the whatever the options are affects, how your character develops. Sure.
All these damn writers just they have some sort of axe to grind with uh, David Cage, and it's becoming kind of pathetic to the point to where it's not even journalism anymore.
Yes, Spark. You should absolutely do that.
What's the Doki Doki Literature Club?
It's a porn game.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, that'll work out great on a family friendly Let's Play channel. You could always do that. What was that lesbian one that I found the other day? I think it's. I haven't. I didn't. I downloaded it, but I didn't install it or play it yet.
so
Butterfly soup.
oh, go ahead.
No, no, that was the name.
Butterfly Soup.
Yeah, that was that lesbian one. That crazy bitch. I can't remember her name, but it was one of the Zoe Quinn or Anita Sarkeesian types made. Yeah, go get played it. I haven't done it yet.
I don't think I could play it.
I know, right? uh, what were you gonna say?
I'm not really. Oh, the Doki Doki. There's a game on PS4 called Doki Doki, and it's like some weird hand drawn things. Do they actually? Is it the same sort of Doki Doki in this universe thing that y'all are talking about?
I think so.
Weird.
Yeah, I think they've made a couple of them, but I'm not 100% on that because I think there's only the one on Steam. Why are you guys typing at each other in all caps?
Oh no, this isn't the same Doki Doki people. This is
Is it a
these
different
are
one?
yeah, these are waifu things or whatever. But the
Well,
Doki
that's
Doki that I'm talking about is like completely like it's just like a basically a circle for the body, a circle for the
ah.
head, and stick arms and legs. Yeah, this is a whole different thing.
Hmm. Comic Sans. That's normie shit. You gotta go. What was the one that was all symbols?
I
Like
forgot when that one was.
hieroglyphs or something?
Well, hieroglyph. That's what it is on the when you pick the
Wingding.
font.
Thank
Yeah,
you, Go Get.
wingdings. Yeah.
Wingding, yeah. Ugh, fuck. Man, that was back in the day. Yeah, I guess I've never heard of them, but Fortified and Totally Accurate Battlegrounds are both free on Steam right now.
I've never heard of them.
I guess GOG's got a summer sale going. I'll have to check that out, see if there's anything else I want from them. Homefront the Revolution Freedom Fighter bundle, $7. Still not worth it. I like the game. It's just it performs like garbage. That's a poorly optimized game where you can get 140 frames a second in a bunch of places, but then it dips down to like 40 in a bunch of others. But Rambo, who was the liberal person who I roasted earlier? I don't know.
Uh,
Who was the
oh,
liberal?
gamer liberal.
Oh,
I don't. I forgot what his old handle was. He's an Xbox fanboy, but Cliffy B tweeted about how his studio closed down and now his dog is dying or whatever. And some guy responded, "Cool story, bro." And somebody responded to me like, "I don't give a shit about fucking Cliffy B or his dog," and like it was just it was like some toxic shit. I'm like, going, why? I mean, why are you taking this fanboy crap to that level because he chose play for his game rather than the Xbox? Like that's just stupid. Like there's absolutely no point in going after him personally because of a business decision. I'll tell you what, Reset Era is weird, man. Like if you even mention identity politics, you get banned.
yeah, I don't know about that because that's supposed to be the reboot to NeoGAF.
Where that crap isn't in it.
Well,
That's
because
well,
NeoGAF was run by a bunch of SJWs, and then it turns out like one of them was a serial assaulter of women, and
the owner of the site, yeah. But now
yeah,
it seems like the actual community, the Reset Era is ran by the same people who were admins in what's it called?
NeoGAF.
Admins in NeoGAF. Yeah. So I mean, it just shows you right there that it really wasn't just that guy. It was the whole fucking crew that thought that way.
And that's, yeah, because I kept hearing things about the other moderators, and then when they said that Reset Era was being moderated by almost all the same people, it's like, well, then what's the point?
Yeah, it's just NeoGAF 2.0. I got into it, but I mean, I'm looking through the threads. Like, you just got to be careful even responding, because if you say one thing wrong, just out of line that they don't like, you're banned. It's insane.
What's up, that gamer? PlayStation Network, NA North America. The Surge Complete Edition, 134% off.
How's that?
I don't know. I think they're saying it might be a pricing error.
Oh, I think that what happens is that there was a glitch. I don't know if it's still that way now, because I own the game, so it's kind of hard to make it to do this to find out. But if you're a PlayStation Plus holder, that if you put that game into your cart, you'll actually get it for free. Again, I don't know
That's
if it's actually
100% off though, not 134%. So what the fuck's
yeah.
going on?
So
I
I
should be
guess
paid to play this game, damn it.
yeah, maybe somehow you actually get shit added back to your account. That'd be cool though.
You hyped for Square's E3, Rambo?
For Squares,
That's what that gamer25 asked.
I mean, I don't really get hyped for Square and like Bethesda and all them, because I don't know, they just don't ever really surprise me enough to matter. There's supposedly what's it called, a um, Superman game coming. But again, I mean, when it comes to Superman, it's going to be tough to make that game right and enjoyable. So we'll have to see how that works out. If it's actually true or not first.
Well, especially because I mean, I could definitely see them just doing it to where Superman just has a health bar, and if you lose all the health, then you quote die or what, the game ends. But that's not exactly Superman
No,
or something
it's just
like that. So it'll be interesting to see how they deal with that. I don't know. I'm a little hyped for Fallout 76.
uh,
Yeah, you hate Fallout. Whatever. Be gone. I like Fallout, so I'm hyped, damn it. This is it's okay because that's what people have been asking for like a decade. Is like a Fallout or a Skyrim, but online co-op.
doesn't sound like a fun thing to me.
Ah, great fun. Yeah, I don't know about Half-Life 3. Go get. I, 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 man, maybe, but that even if it's great, they run into the problem of that game's been hyped up now for Jesus Christ. When did 2 come out?
I'm not sure.
I can't remember. I'll look it up real quick. I'm not sure it was more than 10 years ago. 2004. So Jesus, almost 15 years now. Yes, I think. Well, we'll definitely get one, at least the first part of the Final Fantasy VII remake before Half-Life 3. But I don't know about, because it depends on how long they're going. If they're only going to go like 6 or 8 or whatever months between the episodes or whatever they're calling them, uh, then maybe we'd get all what is supposed to be 3 parts, I think. for the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, if they go like a year or two in between episodes, then maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really care about Rage 2 Shadow and Kingdom Hearts 3. I've never played the Kingdom Hearts games. I
I'm
don't.
definitely gonna get the Hearts 3. I got the collection. I just haven't played it yet, but I definitely want that one. Uh, Rage 2, like I have no interest at all in getting that feminism crap.
Yeah, Cyberpunk 2077. That I could see myself getting.
Oh yeah, that one looks good as hell, or at least it did. I don't know. We haven't seen it in quite some time, but
We haven't. I don't think they have
I
a.
mean, it's CD Projekt Red. I mean, I don't really have any reason to doubt it.
Kotaku review for Gender Wrecked, a game about gender non-conforming trees and much more.
What the fuck?
Right?
Gender non-conforming trees?
Yep, that's what it said.
Oh, even though the trees even had a gender.
You can make out with the sun. You could be mean to a tree.
Wow.
Become a parent to 159 meaty boys. Seduce a robot dad. There's.
But now, wait a minute. Being mean to a tree, wouldn't that be being like abusive to a gender non-conforming whatever weirdo that is?
I don't know.
Or can you only be mean to the straight trees?
Maybe.
Weird shit, man. People are. I mean, we did tell you if you want a game the way you want it, make it. They have, but damn, it's definitely geared after a certain audience.
Well, yeah, and man,
That's not me.
I think they're going a little too specific with that.
Yeah.
That's not a very big audience there. Yeah, I keep hearing
No,
about. Oh, go
they're
ahead.
making a game. They're making a game for less than 1% of the world.
And how many of that 1% game?
Yeah, no shit. I mean, you're damn. They're gonna sell like 5 copies and consider it a success. Part 2 has been funded. Oh, like yay!
Oh man, did you hear about Rose Tika or Tico, whatever the fuck her name is?
No.
Apparently she, of course,
Oh yeah.
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 So, of course, in the same exact fashion of Leslie Jones
Mhm.
getting all the hate from right after the release and subsequent bomb of the reboot of
Ghostbusters. Yeah.
Ghostbusters, Rose Tico all of a sudden started getting hate and death
But have
threats,
they
I
actually
guess.
proven that actually happened?
Nobody's shown any, and all of, like, I watched a couple of videos on it, one by the Quartering and one by
I think they're just talking about it.
and yeah,
Like
it's the worst they ever saw was stuff like, you suck or whatever. Um, and then she deleted her Instagram account, and of course everybody's writing articles about how all these.
Well, I mean, if it's true, it's a shame that people. I mean, I hate The Last Jedi, but I mean, it's not her fault The Last Jedi sucked. I mean,
No.
they
Well,
casted
and
her
even yeah, it's
and
not
she
her
did her
fault that
job.
her character sucks either.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that was
mean,
all the writers.
she did her job, and you should blame. If anybody you're going to blame that was a part of the project, would be the writer and director.
And that is the thing. Like there have been plenty of instances of large groups of fans going after an actress because they
Mm-hmm.
didn't like the character, or they go after the director or executive producer because they didn't like a decision that was made or something like that. So it's not like it's out of the realm of possibility. It is awfully convenient timing though, with the bombing of both Last Jedi and Solo.
Yeah, I have a feeling that this is all publicity to feel sorry for us.
Yeah.
Make it look like it didn't bomb because it was a bad movie. It bombed because these people are vindictive.
Right. Oh, it's all these toxic fanboys. They just hate women's in their
Yeah.
movies or whatever. Yeah. Yep. That's. I'm pretty confident calling it that. Give it a couple of days and there will be articles in The Guardian or wherever, probably Kotaku and them too, about how that's the reason why Star Wars is doing bad, and these people are all toxic and cancerous and they shouldn't be your audience and blah blah blah, the whole 9 yards. Yeah, that game or Crackdown 3 has been delayed. Isn't that like the fourth time it's been delayed though?
Oh yeah, Crackdown 3. Yeah. I mean, at this point, I mean, does anybody even care about that game anymore? Like, I just don't know how people would even worry about that anymore. Like at this point, it's going to be pushed into irrelevance. The only people that are going to actually mess with it are the ones that actually just like the actual game from the from the past, not any kind of new members coming in and trying to check it out. If they weren't hurting for exclusives, I guarantee they probably would have canceled this a long time ago.
I'm assuming university course, but course claims objectivity is a white mythology.
Huh? Objectivity is a white mythology?
Yep, it's just a myth white people made up.
Wow.
Right?
Jesus.
Oh my god. They are beyond parody at this point. What could you possibly do to parody that? How could you
I,
go further?
yeah, I don't. You got me.
Uh,
Wow.
oh, and I saw I know you don't care, but I saw Fallout 76 was supposed to get a launch date in July, I think.
July?
That's what I read. I don't know how
That's
true it
quick.
is, but yeah, that's if that's true, that's real quick.
Yeah, that's super quick from the.
But that's the thing, they haven't really been working on much except for ports of Skyrim onto Switches and shit.
True.
So, I mean, maybe this is what they've been spending with their time.
Could be.
That's the only reason why I would even buy it, is because they haven't really put much else out in the last, I don't know, what, year and a half?
I'm so hot.
I guess a couple of acquisitions too. Like Paradox is acquiring BattleTech's dev Harebrained Schemes, and there was another one I just saw too. Can't remember. I'll have to grab it when I find it. But there was another studio that got bought up by somebody else as well.
GitHub got bought by Microsoft.
Of course, what's Microsoft gonna do with them?
I don't know, but the developers are happy about it.
Hmm.
I don't even know what GitHub is, really.
Thought that was another like video hosting site, wasn't it?
No, what?
Thought it was another video hosting site. Oh no, no, software development platform. Web-based hosting service for version control using Git. It is mostly used for computer code. What the fuck is Git?
GIT.
Right?
I don't know what the hell.
Get her done? Isn't that
There's some good,
copyright infringement?
there's just some good old boys that were making that one.
I guess it's just like kind of like a software language, because talking about projects can be on GitHub can be accessed and manipulated using the standard Git command line interface. So it, the fuck are they gonna do with that though? Allow people to make apps for their service or something?
I guess I don't really
That's the only thing
understand
I
it.
could think you could do with, because like all the stuff that like GitHub is mostly used for source code. In addition to source code, GitHub supports the following formats and features: documentation, issue tracking, wikis, email notification, graphs, history, emojis, and shit like that. So, like, I guess, like, use it to have a socially connected hub for app-like programs that you can use on probably either Windows or Xbox.
Or they'll be making stuff for PlayStation.
Right?
Really piss their fans off.
Oh, and I guess, so I guess, I don't know who Furia is, because I've never played Paladins, but there's a character in Paladins called Furia, and I guess she had some sexy outfit, and they took it away, but then they brought it back for the 1.1 update, because I guess enough fans complained about it. It's kind of just weird that they took it away in the first place. Really, Shadowkin? A sequel or DLC to Prey? And you spelled it wrong, by the way. It's not. That's the wrong kind of Prey. I don't know. I couldn't get into that game.
I heard it was a pretty good game.
I mean, it's not like it was bad. It wasn't. It was open world and good graphics, and they had a lot of interesting, like you could collect up different types of materials and then use the, I don't know what, 3D printer-y type thingamajiggers to print out ammo or whatever. It had a lot of cool stuff. I just, man, I just couldn't get into it like I have with other games. It was nothing like the original Prey either, which kind of pissed me off because I really liked the original game. I liked the aesthetic, I liked the alien weapons, I liked the story, and they totally just tossed that shit out, which was kind of a shame. You're talking about the new one, Shadow, or the original? Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, gamer.
What do you say?
Welcome to AAA games in 2018. Not as good as it used to
Ah,
be. I agree. In most cases, like Battlefield, I have not felt the need to buy a Battlefield game since 4. Uh, Call of Duty, I haven't felt the need to buy a Call of Duty in a good long time. What else?
I'm not really sure. There's not really a whole lot going on right now.
It really isn't. I mean, all the leaks for E3 have already happened.
Yeah.
Ugh. It depends on the game, because to me, even Fallout 4 still has the Fallout identity, and it's more about the feel and the look and the aesthetic and the types of things you can do and stuff like that, rather than whether it's a shooter or a top-down turn-based RPG. But a lot of them are giving up a lot of a lot of the more recent games are giving up too many of the things that made them stand out.
Ooh.
Tetris hype. What is this Tetris hype?
Oh. Uh. Okay. Now, usually, PlayStation has a saying called their pre E3 show. So what they do there is like about an hour or so before the E3 event, they go and do their like smaller games, like the VR, some small VR games, different things like that, and they kind of show them off in a little bit more detail. Well, this year they're not going to have one, and they said instead of that they were going to announce, and they gave kind of a list of what they were going to announce. Like it's one thing each day, but like today was a new game that had VR access, VR PS4 PSVR game. Tomorrow is going to be a release date of an upcoming worldwide studio game, which means one of their exclusives, which is probably one of their smaller ones. But I mean, you kind of get the idea. One a day at 10 o'clock a.m. Well, I don't know why, but it seems like more and more people on Twitter, that even the ones that act like they're all good with how gaming runs. They did the announcement today, and it was Tetris in VR. And it's a new spin on Tetris. It has a bunch of particle effects like coming off at you and everything else like that. And it sounds like it's going to be Tetris with a beat to it, like you're playing Tetris along with the beat. And it's just like a spin on it. And I mean, it was a cool game. Whatever, big deal. It was called Tetris. I forgot what the name of it is. Tetris. and I wrote a damn article on it. Let's see, Tetris. What was it called? Effect. And people, I guess, were like clowning the fact that PlayStation showed off this game, and then other people were going, "What? It's it was pretty cool, whatever, no big deal." And then even some PlayStation guys that want to act like this guy named Porter Rock want to act like that he's kind of not a fanboy, but yet he'll call Sony out on their bullshit too, and I call Sony out on the Tetris thing. Like what kind of shit is that to announce that? I'm like going, did you not pay attention at all? Like they said that this was going to be their pre-E3 show, so it's obviously going to be small games. They're not going to be announcing Bloodborne 2 on a daily, one thing a day and just some sort of daily thing like that. I mean, they would say those big announcements for the actual stage, and then these are more for the small games that don't really usually get enough attention because nobody usually talks about the pre-E3 show because it's like happens right before the E3 show. And so those games kind of get looked over for whatever they show during the E3. So they did it this way to kind of give these things a little bit more spotlight. And apparently if you were okay with what they shown, you were damage controlling like what they did or whatever, that they, it was a terrible thing and they should never have done that. And I'm like, or, we are experts in check and we know exactly what to expect whenever, play comes out and tells us what the hell is going on. We actually read and pay attention, Y'all are the ones freaking out thinking you're going to get one, two, or so calm. I some fucking sense. Like Twitter blew up. People like arguing all day long fucking Tetris. And I'm like, y'all are fucking stupid. I don't know.
Well, I mean, Tetris is the #1 bought game ever.
Yeah, I mean, it's like sold like 465 million copies.
Yeah. Shit, man.
And it will
Tetris on Game Boy and shit.
It'll likely be another big seller on PlayStation. I mean, Tetris, every time it comes out, usually sells pretty well. But I mean, I have no earthly idea why people are freaking out about it, thinking it should have been a better, better announcement and stuff. I mean, it was always going to be smaller. What's it called? They're smaller games. It doesn't make sense. Like tomorrow, they're supposed to announce a release date, and I guess people are thinking, oh, we're going to get Days Gone release date. We're going to get Death Stranding. I'm like, no, you're probably going to get like Dreams or Concrete Genie, like these two small games that are supposed to be coming out. It's not going to be anything big and huge. These people are dumb. And no gamer, I didn't hear that they took DSP Gaming. That just, to me, that's fucking stupid because the reason why he's being taken down is because he has a bunch of fucking trolls that are somehow pissed off that he's making money, but instead of them actually doing something and, constructive with their life, they figure that let's just troll the shit out of his stuff and report his stuff all the time. It just makes no sense. Every time he announced a partnership, they email company, or not email, but tweet copies or little from his live stream saying, are you sure you want this person, representing your company? And they end up pulling his sponsorship. It's just the people who troll and care about DSP are just fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Let the man do whatever, and if people are give him money, the fuck it. Their job is, I mean, their choice to give him money. Who gives a shit if that's what they want to do, It's one thing to criticize, but another thing to go on for years doing this shit.
Right? Because there's a new Warframe add-on or whatever you want to call it coming out.
For free too, right?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, it's fucking hot, dude. I won't be able to stay for long tonight because I have to get those reviews done and play a bunch of fucking games. So it's gonna be I'm kind of busy with that.
It's all good.
I'm not used to actually being busy.
Right? World War III gameplay trailer 2018. I have not heard anything about this game.
I've had a couple people tweet me about this game, but I mean, I don't know. I think it's on Steam, so I never really pay attention to it.
It'd be nice if those were the actual in-game graphics. Doesn't look too bad. It's a lot like Battlefield. Ugh, still got this fucking cold or whatever it is.
That sucks.
I'm just glad it wasn't as bad as it was last week. Fucking girlfriend's kid.
Getting you sick.
Yep. Yeah, that gamer, we are planning on doing a stream for some of the E3 conferences.
I still to play so much, Shadow. I hear it's another good one.
I never played it. There's another one I
Holy
saw.
shit, it's fucking hot.
Code Vein.
Yeah, that's coming out.
Yeah,
Or
they
came out.
got the fourth trailer out. And it looks pretty good too.
Yeah, I think that's coming out September 28th in North America, and I think the next day for PC,
Huh.
which is weird to me. Like, I mean, if you're that close to a PC version, then why not just release it the same
Same
day?
day, yeah.
Then again, I could be wrong that it could be like the Japan copies coming out on the 27th, and the rest of them are all coming out on the 28th on September. But then again, it's still like, are you just trying to show Japan priority, or like if you're that close to a copy, why not just a worldwide release at one time?
I don't know.
All weird things. Like Yeah, Garuda. When it comes to that, I mean, I noticed that a lot of the same news outlets that always write about Trump didn't really write about that much. So kind of interesting. It's like, oh, we're not gonna cover that one. That doesn't fit our Trump is racist narrative. But I mean, them the things like yes, he could still be racist even though he freed a black person because with them, you can be married to a black person and still be racist
You could vote for a black person for president and still be
and still
racist.
be racist. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, because racism is like a water spigot where you can turn it off and on. And
Yep. Well, shit. I mean, Shane's still ain't here, and we're kind of
no,
out of stuff to talk about.
already.
Yeah, not too much happening lately.
No, not until after E3, whenever all the big stuff starts popping up.
Right. So I guess you want to call it?
Yeah, I guess so.
That's all right for a quick Wednesday stream then.
Yep.
So I guess thanks everybody for watching, and hopefully next on Friday we'll have some more to talk about.
Yeah, if not, we'll definitely be doing. We'll have something to talk about during the E3 part.
E3,
So,
yeah, that we'll definitely try and get that going. All right, later everybody.